I'd like to welcome you to Songtracker Pro. My name is Richard. This is our first screen. I'm going to click continue here, and this will open all the files. So I'll talk to you while the files are opening. Each morning you open them up, and this is our Songtracker Pro modules that are opening up right now. You'll see the name of the file on the left, and they're all part of an integrated set of files that get your work done. All right, you'll notice now it brought us up to our help file. It says help right at the top here, and that's how you know what file you're in. We used home base for the getting started part, so we automatically have it start there every day until you turn the training pref off. And there's a little book up here you can go through. And this tells you how to use the help. It's context sensitive, so whenever you're in a field and you're not sure what it is, you simply click in the field and click the little H. Actually, there's one up here, an H, up in the upper palette each time. And that will take you right to the help regarding that field. So if you get confused, it's real easy to figure out. I urge you to read that so you can get a better handle on it. We're going to click Done to hide it. This is our home base screen. It gives you a list of all the files that are in your system. Now, Songtracker is people-concentric. It's all based around the people file for the most part. So people is first, and then you have contracts. You should have a contract for each person that you do business with in this file, because it keeps track of their percentages and what they're entitled to. Then the catalog file is your song catalog. That's a fun file, which each record in this file is a copyright work. So a song should be one song in there for each title you've written. Now you can have multiple versions of that song. So over here you got versions, which relates to catalog. So you could have 500 versions of one song if you wanted, for example. Then next we go to licenses. So you can license out your catalog work for sync license, mechanical royalties, etc. And we'll go through that briefly. And then you could also do projects, but that's not used as much in the music publishing, but that's more for artists. So if you're doing artist or managing or producing royalties, points, that's all handled in our project module. So you can bring in collections from your royalties that come in, you log them in, and from those, you go ahead and do what's called a payout. A payout would be something that's the splits, the money that's going to go out to each writer, each producer, each artist that they're entitled to. You may not be sending a check out for 6 months or 3 months, but you can go ahead and do what's called the payout at the time of collection, which makes things so much more simple. And at the end, you just create royalty statements, and then you assign from a pick list. It'll automatically assign all the items that are due. Activities are related to people. So basically an activity is anything you do with the person. Send them a letter, send them an email, take notes about them. Anything you could possibly think of that would be an activity other than financial, which I covered over on these files down here. Our payments file is from these two here. You can create deposits, and you can make advance payments and stuff. You can do that all into the payments file. And then that becomes all your payment transactions and all your deposit transactions. ShipZips is a file you won't really be in, but it's a file of 53,000 zip codes that do automatic lookups when you're doing your addressing. So as you go into the address, you go to the zip code and you type that in, and it automatically looks up the city and state for you. Setup is where you put your company information. You can have multiple companies you can run. If you want to run multiple catalogs in here, you can. And